Hello guys, today we will play a training game on chess.com, 15 minutes plus 10-second increment. So my current rating is 1800, but I haven't been playing for quite a while. A rapid time format on chess.com. So here we go. Our game should start in any moment. We are in an intermediate rating range, and we're playing against Jochlan. So we will play 1e4, and we will see what kind of opening we are gonna get. Okay, so very obscure line. Nimzovich defense. I like to play knight f3 here, trying to retranspose back to the. Okay, and he doesn't want so. Okay, I will play d4, controlling the center. He will probably fianchetto the bishop. That's correct. And now we have to pick what we're gonna play. So probably knight c3 is the most common move. Knight c3, e6, bishop bishop c4 maybe. Okay, I like knight c3. Although we could play c3, bishop e3, but let's play knight c3. And we are still ready to play bishop e3 and queen d2, maybe, and castle long side. Maybe. Okay, he is playing this really obscurely. He played b6 now. We need to start developing, so let's play bishop to e3 is a move. Maybe better move is bishop e2, but we don't know in which direction we will castle. We will castle or short or long, and maybe I want to play bishop e3 here. It's probably the most logical move to you as well. Trying to play queen d2, and this bishop is most likely going to c4. Because when there is g6 on the board, then bishop is very useful on c4 because the f7 pawn is then more weak than if the pawn would be on g7. So let's play bishop c4, maybe castling short, or probably okay e6 on the board. Logical move. He wants to play knight to e7 and then castle. In this particular position, I really like the idea to castle long, and we will trade this bishop and try to play h4, h5 in the next few moves, like h4, h5, h6 even if allowed. We will get a nice position, I think. So queen d2 is what I'm gonna play. You can see that this knight is really misplaced here, because usually you want to play c6 or even c5, striking at the center. Well, this is really bad move, guys. This is bad move, and he wants to castle long, because he can never castle short, because he will lose this pawn. Imagine knight e7 and castling short. This pawn will be hanging, and that's a very big inaccuracy by him, I think. Of course, it's stopping knight g5 or bishop g5, but anyway, I don't like this. Maybe just g4, g5. But I think we'll castle long here. Although rook g1 is a very interesting, very interesting move. Because f5 is never really a thing, I think. Is never a thing, I think. Okay, but after f5 we have this move e5, and this bishop is completely dead here. So let's just castle long, and see what happens. Okay, we are 8 moves into the game, and the position is really unknown. This is some very strange opening from our opponent. Okay, 97, but you're never castling. You're never castling. Because now the queen is completely, it cannot develop, so you cannot castle. Maybe he'll play king f8, but king f8. So let's make, I want to make like a waiting move. Maybe h4 is completely reasonable. Aha, yes, maybe he wants to play g5 and then castle. But I initially thought that king b1 is an interesting waiting move, because you and I, in this game, will most likely play king b1 at any moment soon. But h4 here stops the move g5, right? Because so h4 I think is what I'm gonna play. Maybe with the idea of h5 and sacking the bishop, but h4 seems really interesting. You can see, okay, d6 trying to play queen d7, but this is a very weird setup from my opponent. Now how to proceed? Okay, maybe trying to expand on the king side with moves like g4. G4, I don't like g4. h5 is a move, but then he will play g5 and close down our play on the king side. Maybe I can play here bishop b5, but then he plays a6. Do I want to induce a6 or not? Let's just play probably king b1 is an okay move here, but we will lead a plan sooner or later. We have a lot of central space, a lot of space on the king side as well. So let's just see what happens. This pawn is really big weakness, and I think king b1 here is a completely logical move. King b1, probably queen d7 is what he will play. Yes, of course, instantly. And now, what do we want to play? I don't know. We will see. I'm back. I'm sorry. Now we have less than 10 minutes, so we will play quicker. As I said, queen d7 on the board. So g4 looks fine. Trying to play g5. Although I don't really like this move. Maybe rook he1. Trying to play for like e5 break. Trying to close down this bishop. This is a nice idea. e5, and if he takes, I take. This pawn will be hanging for now, but of course you cannot take it, because after knight takes, I just take here. No, knight takes first and then. So rook h e1 is my move. He will castle definitely. And then maybe g5, g4. g4 is always a thing here. I think. Okay, maybe I want to make this better and try to exchange these light square bishops. Because if there is no light square bishop, this king is very weak. Very weak. Because all these light squares are uncovered. I like the look of queen 1. Okay. Or queen d3. Maybe queen d3 is better. What's the difference between queen e2 and queen d3? Is f5 a thing? f5 is probably a thing, right? After f5, I don't need to do anything. Because if he takes, I take back with the knight, right? Okay, let's play queen e2. It seems better. Queen e2 on the board. He will probably play like king b8, but f5 is really good here, probably. So g4 is a thing, because I can then take, and he will take probably with the knight, and then I have a playable position, and the g file will open up. So maybe rook h e1 was mistake. Maybe I should have played a rook g1 instead, because of the opening of the g file. My opponent is thinking for the first time in the game. We have a clear plan. We want to exchange these two bishops and maybe even play a4, a5. Although this will weaken our king back, but his king is much more open than ours is currently. Especially if okay, knight b8. This is a logical move, trying to stop the trade. But now I get like bishop b5 in, right? And this is just too weakening for sure. Maybe g4 now? g4 now to... Yes, g4 now? What's the idea? Does he wants to play c5, but then I play d5. And these light squares are looking pretty demolished. Takes. I can maybe take back with the knight and yes, that's so g4 to stop f5 is a thing probably. I really like the look of g4. Although g4 there is e5, right? Attacking my pawn. Then I can take. And this pawn is hanging. Okay, I think that's fine. Is it? g4 is... I don't like g4, but I think it's the best move. e5, okay, e5 I take. He cannot take back, so he will take here. Then I take here, and then I take here. Although he can then take here. And I will probably take back, and I get the bishop pair. And I'm a pawn up. Yes, at least one. Okay, that's really weird. That's completely weird from him. Completely weird. I don't like this for him. g5, not allowing getting more space, I think is really great. And if he takes, then I will take back with the bishop. And this looks... it's probably lost. So I think g5, trying to put my rook on the g file. I take back with the bishop, then moving back to e3 or even c1. Even c1 to open lines for my rooks. Because although it looks really passive, bishop on... Okay, he closes the position. But I get this square. And this square is... Yes, now I think I'm better. After this move, takes, I'm attacking the queen. After here, I play here. And I'm getting... Oh, am I getting my knight in or not? Because if the pawn is here, but there gotta be a way. this, and his bishop is completely dead. I need to play e5, right? Takes, and I'm not losing a pawn yet. And putting my bishop here, we'll see where we put it, but probably to b3. Because g5, then there is h6, and I don't want to allow my opponent to get bishop pair. Although this bishop is completely out of the game. After d5, bishop b3, he will need to play bishop f8, and I don't know, trying to exchange it for this knight here. This square is completely weakened by black. Maybe even, okay, he takes. That's completely wrong, if you ask me. Okay, now trade, and then play something like bishop f4 probably, or I don't know. Okay, logical. Should I take? Definitely not. Bishop f4 looks nice to defend. Although bishop c1, I really like the look of bishop to c1, because this is close position, and I won't win it because of my bishop. So bishop c1 is nice move, I think. Knight a5. If knight a5, I will just play bishop b3, and this pawn structure is really nice, and he is moving this knight away from his king, which can be really bad news for him. And after knight a5, I think I will play bishop b5. Okay, okay, on the board. But does this work? This pressure is on, right? Oh, do I lose a pawn? No, I don't. Fine. Yes, bishop b3 is the most safe move to play. I will pre-move a b3 because I'm down on the clock. Of course you want to take with the a pawn, opening up the a file, which maybe in an endgame will be great for me. And now I was looking at if this pawn is hanging, but it's not, because after rook takes, I can take back with the queen. Because if I would take with the rook, then he would take my knight. Although this position is completely weird, if you ask me, because he has a lot of light square weaknesses. So maybe we will sack a pawn here. I'm not sure. For bishop. Okay, sacking a pawn for a bishop. And then playing knight b5 after this sequence of moves. And then this pawn will be hanging. He will probably play something like c5, I'm sorry, to defend the pawn like this. But then I have this check. Oh, this is ridiculous. And then rook d7 would mate here. So he will set. But maybe that's not the best that I can. If he takes my rook, I will take it with the rook instantly. Although I lose a pawn, I get very, very good position, I think. Although king b8, no, there is a knight, I'm sorry. King b8 is not possible after a rook takes. Oh, okay, attacking my pawn once more. Don't I just have the move? And 94 now with a tempo. 94 is a tempo move. Can he take it? Well, he cannot take my knight because 94. If he takes it, I take back with the queen, and my pawn is defended as well. Oh, this pawn is hanging. Can I sack this pawn? Probably not. maybe just bishop e3, right? Bishop e3? Bishop e3 looks like a great move. Then he can take my... No, no, that doesn't work. But I get a lot of it. Okay, let's play bishop e3. It's a pawn sacrifice. You will see why. He can take. He can take, I will take. And he will have to take back like this. Then I can take. Okay, that's not a good move. That definitely not is not a good move. Queen 2. Okay, that's bishop e3 wasn't the best move, I think. I don't like bishop e3 anymore. Bishop f4 now probably is the only move. Yes, let's play bishop f4, defending my position. A lot of people, chess players, think that if one piece is just defending the position, that it's a passive piece. That's completely not true. The defensive pieces are one of the most important pieces in chess, and you should not say that they are not as important as the other pieces on the board. So now black has a lot of moves. Okay, that's reasonable. But now I think I'm completely okay. Yes, now I just play 94 and I'm probably strategically winning this position. I think, because knight f6 is on the way. I will take back with the e-pawn probably, or maybe not, but opening up my bishop is so powerful. Maybe playing queen e5, some checkmate threats, and this queen is completely out of the game. Probably the best that my opponent can do is to take this knight on e4. I don't know. I don't know. I think we are winning. We only have 3 minutes and a half to play this game, but we will play fast from now on. My opponent still is thinking. Because this pawn on f7 is a huge weakness. It cannot move forward at any time. Maybe you think f5 is okay, but that is en passant. Strange rule. Okay, that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. Now I have knight f5. Knight f5 and that... What? That's a... Knight f5, he probably needs to... I like knight f5 a lot. He can take my rook, but I will take back with the rook. Getting open file. Okay, he took. How we will take back? With the e-pawn, I think is the best. E-pawn. And maybe he thinks that rook e8 is really good. But okay. Now I can play. I can exchange rooks probably. Although I don't want to. Okay, there is queen here, threatening mate. And if he blocks, no, of course, queen c4 is big blunder. But maybe I take, and then, okay, he can take back with the queen. I need to think. And attacking ball, it's not as easy. Okay, I will play this move. Of course, I will play this move. Of course, I will play this move. Attacking this pawn. How will you defend this pawn? You cannot defend this pawn. Okay, we are playing this. We are playing this move. We are playing this move. It's over. I have only 2 minutes and a half, but we will win this. After f7 falls, it's completely game over. Game over. I have these protected path pawns only 2 squares away from queening and dominating position. e6 is weak. This whole pawn chain is going to be weak after f7 pawn will fall. After rook takes, I will take back with the queen, forcing a queen trade. This looks so bad. He defended this pawn, but I get the open file. Okay, now just queen c4 seems obvious to me. Although, oh. I need to calculate now. Is this one winning? I'm looking at knight takes f7, rook takes f7, queen e6, rook e7, and maybe I have something in the position, because he cannot stop the pawn, I think. Okay, we have to look at this again. Or maybe queen c4 first. Queen c4 and then knight f7? No, this doesn't work. Maybe just trading the rooks is fine. Maybe trading rooks is fine. Yes, trading rooks must be okay. And then putting the second rook on e1. That's what I'm gonna do. He will take back with the bishop, of course. But then maybe c4 at the right time to open my rook and... Okay, but now I have... nothing. Kidding. Rook d1. Rook d1. Rook d1 is the best probably. This knight is such a monster. It's on the outpost. This knight is completely out of the game. He probably have to trade this. But then I get the open file. And this pawn is completely weak. Okay, he's trying to mate me, but that's not gonna work. Maybe just bishop here. And putting my bishop here. Because where will your queen go? Where will your queen go? Yes, how will you defend? That's a blunder of the piece, right? Okay, here you can play here, but you can play here. I take, and then you need to play like knight b4, because otherwise you lose a piece. With check, this knight is hanging here. This knight is hanging. Oh! Does it work? I'm looking at c3. Queen here, queen here. No, that doesn't work. Okay. In such a games, if you are low on time, you should be thinking on your opponent's time as well. Knight b4. Knight b4. What we will play? Knight b4. You need to take this knight probably, right? Knight b4. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Knight b4 c4. Knight b4 c4. No. That's checkmate. After knight b4, you have to take it. Okay, I take it. There is nothing else to do. And if we trade queens, it's game over. Okay, I will play queen e2. I'll play. Oh, my pawn is hanging. I almost forgot that my pawn is hanging. Maybe knight f3 doesn't solve any problems. Is this anything? And winning goes there. Oh, it's beautiful. Does it work? It's another question. Of course it has to work. Queen a6 and then sacking the rook. Sacking the rook. I don't care. I will sack the rook. I will sack the rook. He has to go here. And I will sack the rook. What? But that's completely lost. I can sacrifice the rook as well. Sacrifice the rook. Sacrifice the rook. Just sacrifice the rook. It's completely game over. Let's go, we won. Completely game over. Because after takes I have knight c6, right? And that's check. If he would play king b8, I would still sacrifice the rook, but he would have queen e1, I would play here, and after takes, it's checkmate. I will show that in game analysis. He will resign now. It's completely lost. He will resign. It's nothing to do. It's nothing to do. Yes, it's completely game over. Game over. Game over. Completely lost position. Fork. He resigned. We won with fork. Let's go. Killer right. Completely game over. Okay, let's analyze the game together. Let's analyze the game. I'm sorry. Let's analyze the game. Okay. Okay. Just 1 second. That game review will manage to review our moves, and then we will quickly analyze this very interesting game. We won 11 rating points. Okay, just a second. Okay. Okay, let's analyze the game. It was really weird at the end. So let's just see. I played d4, knight c6, Nimzovich defense. This is called. I played knight f3, logical. And here, if he would play e5, which is an alternative, we would get this position, which is completely standard, the most common position after two moves in chess. So let's go. He played g6. I played d4, bishop g7, and here I wasn't sure what to do. Database says that knight c3 is the most common move, in fact. He played b6, that's weird, that's inaccuracy. So I played bishop e3, best move, trying to castle long. As I said in the game, he played bishop b7, and I played bishop c4, and computer doesn't like this. So computer wanted me to play what h4. Okay, h4 and trying to play h5 and h6. Logical. I played bishop c4, allowing e6, queen d2. Okay, move. h6. Yes, as I said, this was a mistake. Cause it's weakening move. Like h pawn is gonna be loose throughout the game. So h6 is a mistake. We castled long. I think that's a good move. Castling long. He played knight g7. Logical. I played h4. That's completely logical as well to me. I don't know why computer wanted me to play. Okay, d5 here. But I thought that just knight e5. What do I have after knight e5? Maybe I need to take and take. Yes, you just take and you just take. Oh! Of course you just take. Because after here, this is hanging. Of course, h6, big mistake. Okay, let's continue our analysis. Okay, I played h4, we already saw that. He played d6. Probably he should have played d5 here, striking at the center. Okay, I play king b1. Okay, computer doesn't like this, but it's still +1 position. He played queen d7, again missing the opportunity to play d5. I played rook he1, again allowing d5. Maybe I should have played d5, but I thought that I open up this bishop, right? Okay. He castled. I played queen e2. Reasonable move trying to trade bishops. He didn't allow this with knight b8. I think here he should have played king to b8, and after bishop to a6 he should have played bishop a8. I think that's the common pattern to remember in such positions. So let's go through our analysis once again. Okay, knight b8. I played g4. Excellent move. Okay, because I don't want to allow f5. f5 is probably the only pawn break that he has, although d5 and e5 are always something. He played knight c6, I'm sorry. Okay, I played g5. He played h5. Yes, he should have taken probably here. After e5, that's I thought that it's a very good move, because I'm putting tremendous pressure to the f7 pawn because it cannot move. Probably he should have played d5 here, although d5 is the best actually. I took back, and now black is slightly better. I disagree, completely disagree, but okay. He played queen e7. I played bishop c1, defending this pawn because it was attacked twice, and I only was defending this pawn once, so I needed to defend my pawn more times. Knight f5, bishop b3. Here I was really low on time, so I probably should have played bishop b5 as I said, creating some more weaknesses, or even trade first and then play bishop b5. He took. Okay, and queen c5. Here black is better, 0.7, which I completely disagree, but okay. Bishop 3, best move. Queen a5, I thought this is weird, but computer prefers Islam. I think, I'm sorry, queen a5, the computer thinks is fine. I played bishop f4, trying to reinforce my pawns, although this bishop looks like a big, fat pawn, which is not good. Rook h8, I thought this is weird. Knight e4, trying to get to the f6 square, where the bishop will lead to take my knight on f6. So rook d5 I thought was very awful. I played knight f6, which is not the best move. The best move apparently was bishop d2, attacking the queen, and then probably playing knight f6. But okay, knight f6, he took. I took back with the e-pawn, which is an inaccuracy. Probably I should have played g takes f6. Although I really like the aspect of my bishop being open on this diagonal, looking towards enemy king. But okay, I played here. He played rook e to d8, which I thought is okay. Why was here the advantage 1.8? What should have I played here? Maybe bishop d2? What is the best move here? Knight e5, apparently a miss. I should have take. Why? Okay, he would take back with the rook. I would play bishop. Yeah, this is weird. This is some weird computer line. I'm sorry. Okay, so I played. He played. I'm sorry. What? Where were we? Rook e8. I played knight e5, attacking this pawn, which I thought is a really good move. Apparently, it's not. And here he played the most obvious rook to f8 move, which is a blunder. Probably due to knight to g6 sacrifice. Or not. Yes, I was only looking at knight to f7, but knight g6 is the best move. Because let me just show you this. Knight g6, is this the best move, right? Yes, of course. And he takes back, and I play queen to e6. He's it's mate in 3, because after he cannot play knight to d7 because I have queen to 8. If he plays here, I anyway play queen to e8 with mate. So I missed this move, but anyway, okay. Here I took his rook. He took back with the bishop. Completely logical move. I played a rook to d1, trying to get to the open d-file with my rook. And here he played knight a6, which is blunder, and I saw it why. So bishop d2, knight b4, I take, he takes, and now the crucial move, queen to a6. He played queen d8, which is mate in 2. Yes, of course. First, I sacrificed the rook, which is not the best move, if I'm honest. And you might think, why isn't this the best move? Well, the truth is, rook is pinning this bishop, and after knight to c6, he couldn't take my knight. So anyway, here is mate in 2 after queen to b7, which is kinda hard to see, queen b7 checkmate. But okay, rook, I took the bishop, and after he took back, I played knight to c6, and here the game ended. So thanks for being here. I will post more videos with such training games with the time format 15 minutes plus 10 seconds per move 1. And I will of course continue covering my over the board classical games in the series Road to Jam. Click the subscribe button to see all the videos coming. Bye guys!